And welcome back. So today we're doing yet another icon, and again, so part of what I want to do for 2026 is go ahead and work on my streaming channel. One of the things I want to do is go ahead and how do you say it? Add icons for my friends. So these are some of the icons that I came up with. And the one we're doing in this video is going to be our friend John. If you ever watch us play, once in a blue moon, our friend John pops in, and John is like a how do you say, a Sasquatch sighting. It's rare when you see him, but when he's there, it's just tons of fun, and it's like a never-ending, ongoing joke. So for him, I decided to kind of do like a Chewbacca or a Sasquatch version of him. He is very Texan, so he's a Texan Sasquatch. I got his glasses, I even got the Texas belt, and I got him wearing boots. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this character out. And the music you hear in the background is some of the music that I create on my other channel. It's called Khayos music. And like I said, I have been learning a lot of new skills in 2025. That includes a lot of AI tools. So, yep. So I have been creating my own music for a lot of my channels. So that's pretty much what I'm doing these days. So I'm pretty much a one-person powerhouse, if there's any way to put it. Oh, what are you doing? And he does have this like swoosh in his hair. So I was trying to capture these features. I've only met him in person a few times, so my memory of him is kind of vague. Not on purpose. But since he's a kind of a Chewbacca kind of character, his hair is actually not this long, but I'm kind of making it long because of the Chewbacca aspect on it. But I'm probably going to make it a little shorter here, just for this. And sometimes I create a sketch, and then after the fact, I go in and I modify it as I'm doing the cleanups, and that's okay. Sometimes I just change my mind on certain things. And this seems to be one of those situations where I'm changing my mind. I'm not sure if I like it or I hate it. Let me see, what am I doing here? Yeah, I kind of like that better. He kind of looks like Austin Powers. In this case, he's gonna have like actual, I need to take a better picture, like look at Texas. Even though I lived here for years, like few years now, I kind of forget what Texas looks like sometimes. It's kind of have a, it's a ginormous state. That's pretty much all you need to know. He's got no pants. Don't know if he wears pants or not in real life, but he strikes me as a guy that does. But because he's a Sasquatch, I'm gonna make him pantless. Let's go to the little Spurs. We do have a basketball team. It's called the San Antonio Spurs. Never seen them play basketball. I didn't even know what the heck they were when I moved here. It just had like this really weird, like at first I thought it was like African pattern for their uniform. And then it wasn't until I was like, I really looked at it, it's like, oh, okay, that's what that's supposed to be. Gonna make this one a little smaller. We're about the same. There we go. There we go. Got that guy going on. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this off. Go ahead and clean him out a little bit. Yeah, but our friend John, like I say, he's married, he's got a job. So, you know, like most adults, I mean, I'm in my 40s, so I understand this. I sometimes see my friends every few years. I don't even get to see them all the time because life keeps you busy. You got friends, family, job. Sometimes you come home, you don't want to talk to people. So you have like your 2 or 3 cats you hang out with, which in my case, almost all my friends are online. Mostly because, again, they live cross country, they got little kids, so it's one of those things that's like, you know what, that's cool. Alright. Alright. Alright, here. And again, I'm kind of a little bit of an everything illustrator. I know most people mostly see my watercolor flowers, but believe it or not, I used to do comic books, I used to do cartoons. So I'm a pretty well-rounded illustrator. I just don't do one or the other. Okay, so I like that. That's pretty funny, actually. Go ahead and turn this off. Come on. Okay, so here we have him. Let's go ahead and work on some of that magic. Meow meow, no, not a good time. No, not a good time. Not a good time. I'm working, not a good time. So she loves to perch on my shoulder, and I play with her all the time, nonstop, but sometimes he wants to kind of be all up on my face and bouncing off of me when I'm working, and I just can't. So do not take that I'm not playing with my cat. I do play with my cat all the time. They're actually getting anxious when I leave the house because I'm normally home with them almost every day, all day. So makes traveling a little hard. Okay, really digging that. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and select modify contrast. Go ahead and fill this up with white. Go in here. Okay, let's go ahead and pick a brownish color for his fur. Yeah, he's got like a darkish brown hair tone. And for this, I like to normally use my pencil tool. I'm doing stuff like this. Still can do a quick fill without having to worry about all the little soft edges, so it's like a solid piece. Alright, and what I do like this, I believe it's a little too dark, because remember, you want to make sure that it's not just too dark. If it's too dark, it's kind of, it loses out on some of the details, so sometimes it's okay to lighten up some of the colors. There you go, I kind of like that, that's a little better. I might increase the saturation. I just realized I should put some edges over here. There we go. Where it shows that fur. And I need to go back to that color one more time. Don't mind me if I'm yawning. I don't know why. Some days I'm okay, and then other days, like, I'm just dragging by. But I've also been fighting the flu. That has been going around, let me tell you what. Okay. Let's go ahead and give him a big golden buckle. Alright, he does like bluish tones. So let's make this belt like a dark blue. Okay, the next thing we gotta do is figure out his skin tone. So let's start over here. And again, I apologize if I don't have the camera up for whatever reason. My camera's being a little derp today. When I tell it to work, it doesn't want to work, and then when I stream it, it decides to work. So that's something I'm gonna have to work with. Show somewhere along these lines. Like this. Yeah, the color, and then I gotta go. Okay, please. Thank you. Sorry if you hear the lawn people outside. I'll close his glasses here. There we go. Let's do that. It asks for the shirt, maybe a lighter blue. So it's a brown tone. So brown tones tend to normally go with like a reddish tone. Because you're thinking of complementary. So red with green. So maybe blah blah. Somewhere around here. Let's see what that looks like. Actually, I should just do this. We'll do darker greenish boots. You kind of have to be careful with like the red and green, because man, if you pick the wrong tone, I was like, it's Christmas. I'm like, no, seems affiliated with Christmas, but it is not. Okay, and then these are kind of brassy color. And there we go. So we got that going on there. That doesn't look too bad. I kind of dig that. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and add some of the details. So look here, new one. Okay, so color swatches. Let's select this blue. I'm gonna drop this down to 30%. Okay, where am I gonna put the highlight? I'll put the light right here. There we go, got some shades there. Of course, I have the window open and the cat's not enjoying it, so I'm gonna close that window because they are grass people outside and they are loud. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. There should be less noise coming through. And now what I wanted. There we go. So we got that right there. Right here, this is the shadow. Right here. There you go. kind of digging that. Which wouldn't be much of a shadow here because the light source is right there. Maybe add some of the Texas stars up there. Better yet. That's actually hilarious. He's a native Texan, so that makes a lot of sense to me. There you go. Kind of like that. It's actually kind of funny. Let's fill that up. Go ahead and thin that out a little bit, and let's go ahead and take care of that right there. Okay, and the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and provide some highlights. I can spell, I swear. Hi. There you go. And then we're gonna do white, and then we're gonna do an overlay. Let's go ahead and pass on this one. This one was a little sad. So I wrote this, I put together for my friend. She recently passed away. And so I made some really beautiful music, but I can't listen to it. I'm going to start breaking. I'm going to start just crying. I can't do it. For this, these are highlights. It's going to be a little softer. Even this I can lower down probably like 70%, so it's not as strong. Yeah, we got some right here. Trying to simplify this shadow a little bit. As I don't consider myself a super pro, just kind of do this for fun. There we go. There we go. So that's looking good to me. I kind of like that. A little bit of a shadow there. Alright, kind of really do like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this in different tones. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, you see that those edges? Yep. So select, modify, contract. Let's do it by 1 point. And then let's go ahead and reverse the selection. And that should get rid of a good chunk of it. Only not enough of it. So let's go ahead and try that again. Sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times. There you go. So that takes care of that. Let's head over to the glasses. As I move to Texas, kind of causes these little minor issues. Go ahead and clean it out.
Check the mic. 1, 2. They talk about the future, but they stole the whole view. 9 months deep and the screws are turning. This ain't a fast forward, but the whole damn house is burning. Woke up the morning, same night in my
Alright.
Yeah, the same pain. Our whole system's cornered us. We're stuck in the same
dream. Alright, I dig.
Piece by piece, vital by piece. Why the cost of everything, man, it just refuses to cease. Money's flowing free, but it's going the wrong way. Those tariffs on the import.
Alright.
Now my simple groceries are doubling in the aisle. Instability's a joke, man.
Go ahead and
vote is just a ghost. The price of the American hustle. That's what hurts the most. They said trust the process, but the process is a trap. I'm looking at the damage. There's no turning back.
Come on.
They're playing their game with the future we plan, taking away the power right out of our hand. And every time I look up, all I can see is a world that was promised but wasn't promised to me. Gotta scream out the truth, tell them what it is. I didn't vote for this, I didn't vote for this.
And go right here.
Yeah, the labor rights got weaker, the goalposts got moved. Collective bargaining power, they active leaders proof. The rules on worker classification are bent to label you a contractor for the time that you spent. The overtime pay threshold, they push it in they poll, trying to keep the profits in the hands of the corporate fool.
Alright, let's go ahead and try to center this. Alright, let's go ahead and add some masking. Oops. Okay, circle. I could do this, I swear. Let's go ahead and add to the mask.
They chose, driven by pure simple fear. They're playing their game with the future we plan, taking away the power right out of our hand. And every time I look up, all I can see is a world that was promised but wasn't promised to me. Gotta raise my hands up, gotta scream out the truth. I didn't vote for this, I didn't vote for this. No.
Okay.
I didn't vote for this.
I kind of like that. That's amazing. I'm not even mad. Okay, let's go ahead and add some stroke to that this shape. Ooh. Okay. Alright, let's go with that. Make sure I don't have too many repeats of the same tone. Okay, so far looking good. Alright, I really do like this. I think this turned out pretty cute. Alright, so with that, guys, I'm going to stop right here. I do need to switch to the next sketch. So I'm popping this out about 30 minutes a pop, which is actually not bad, especially considering that I already had the concepts ahead of time. But for most part, guys, this is, again, this is me making icons to improve the YouTube channel. For the gaming channel, it's going to be the icons me and my friends going to be using as for gaming. It's going to take me a little while, but that's one of my goals for the gaming channel. Just kind of continue gaming, and then I gotta figure out what to do with 1,400 videos. And I'm doing everything by myself, so keep that in mind. So be patient with me. But anyway, if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.